Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nacia, and today I thought it would be fun to do 50 random facts about me. I've seen people doing this and it's like, yeah, you're supposed to be tagged to do it, but nobody's tagging me. I'm just tagging myself. I'm just gonna do it because I thought it seemed fun. So I made a list of 50 things about me that you might be interested in. So yeah, let's get it started. First things first, random fact, Nacia Naveen is not my real name. It's a name that I made up because I was looking for like an alias, something that I could use as a model. So I looked on the internet, tried to find something that I thought sounded nice and meant something, and after looking at like different websites with like words in Latin and other ancient languages and stuff like that, I ended up with the combination of Nacia Naveen. My real name is Josephine Hoekstra, which is just a regular Dutch name. So yeah, Josephine is my real name, not Nacia, but I use Nacia for a lot of social media and my modeling and stuff like that. So some people call me Nacia, some people call me Josephine. It depends on how they met me. Number 2, I have Polish heritage. So part of my father's family is Polish, and so yeah, I'm not 100% Dutch. Funny thing about that is often when people are also Polish, they can see that part of me is Polish. Like I was at a bar once and this guy came up to me, he was like, "Oh, are you Polish?" I was like, "Well, you know, my dad kinda is." And he was like, "Yeah, I can totally tell, it's in your eyes, blah blah blah." I was like, okay, interesting. Fact number 3. When I was about 16, earlier I think about 15, 16, I started modeling when I discovered that I was into photography and started playing around with that, and then I took lots of self-portraits, and then people also got interested in taking pictures of me. So that's kind of how I got into it. So I'm 25 now, so I've been modeling for about 9 years. Damn, time flies. Fact number 4. I have a chronic illness. Okay, I'm gonna try and pronounce the name in English. Fibromyalgia. It's basically a chronic fatigue and pain illness, disease, which makes my life kind of hard, but not unbearable. It's just I'm often really tired and in a lot of pain, and I can't do certain things because of that. So it's something that I have to live with. I have lived in, oh god, how many different cities? I was born in Putten, then we moved to Doetinchem, then we moved to Harderwijk. Lived in Harderwijk for 10 years, then I moved to Apeldoorn, Deventer, then back to Harderwijk. Then I lived in Hoofddorp for a while, then in Utrecht, and now I live in Amersfoort. So I've lived in 8 different cities, and I moved around a lot because I used to live in temporary housing, which is when you pay very low rent for a building that is like on the list to be like demolished or redesigned or things like that. So you know you can only live there for a short while and you're not really sure when you have to move out. It's like an anti-squat type thing. So you're kind of protecting the building in the period that it would normally be empty. So it's really cheap, and that's why I moved a lot in a certain period of my life. I think I moved like 5 times in 2 years or something. So yeah, I'm happy I have like a place to stay now, because moving that often is not fun. It's not cute. I don't like moving. Ugh. Okay, number 6. I was really young when I started photography, like when I gained interest in, and I didn't really know that it was gonna be like my full-time thing. Like, but I got into it quite young when my parents bought a digital camera when I was, I think, around 12. And then my sister and I started playing around with it a lot, and we took pictures of each other, and I took pictures of plants in the garden and pictures of my cats and things like that. And I got into it at quite a young age, so I've been doing photography for over 10 years now. I have 3 cats right now, and I've never lived without cats. I've always had cats. So yeah, like from the moment I was born, my parents had cats, and every relationship I've been in, I've had cats with my boyfriend, and yeah, I've never lived without cats. Okay, number 10. Is it a tricky one? Wait, I skipped one. Number 9. Number 9 is I've once had 6 cats at once. That's the most amount of pets I've ever had was 6 cats. And the reason we had 6 cats is because we had 2 adult cats, and then one of them had babies, and she had 4 babies, and we kept the babies for about 12 weeks until they were fully grown. So yeah, there was a couple of months in which we had 6 cats running around the house, which was quite crazy. And number 10 is something that's kind of tricky. If you consider the fact that I've always had cats, I'm completely obsessed with birds. I really love birds, and I've always loved the idea of birds as a pet, and I've tried and it went wrong. So now I'm just enjoying them from a distance, and also putting them on my body. Like my right arm is a sleeve full of birds, but I'm gonna do a video about tattoos another time. But yeah, I'm obsessed with birds. I fucking love birds. Speaking of tattoos, I have 22 tattoos currently. I mean, there will definitely be more, but right now, yeah, I have 22. Number 12. I do not eat meat or fish or eggs. I do not drink milk or eat yogurt, but I cannot call myself a vegan because I do occasionally eat cheese. I have a weird obsession with cheese and I cannot let it go. So whatever, sue me. I'm a bad vegan. I do eat cheese. My natural hair color is blonde, like a really golden medium type blonde. Not very interesting, just blonde. But I haven't seen my natural hair color in over 5 years or longer. I've been dyeing my hair for a long time now. Alright, number 14. When I was younger, I used to ride horses, and I was really good at it. Like training the horses and communicating with them. I used to be really good, and I always thought that I was gonna do something with that in my future, but because of issues with like my back and my body being really sore, I had to stop for a long time, and then I never really pursued it, and now I only occasionally ride, and I still really love horses, but it's not really part of my life anymore. Number 15. I have started and not finished loads of different studies, and I've decided that school just is not my thing, and that's fine. Yeah. Like, it's just, you know, people always say stay in school and blah blah blah, but school isn't for everybody, and if you can pursue your dreams and get a career without finishing school, I don't see any problem with that. It just depends on what you want to do in life and where you want to go with it. 16. I spent 2.5 to 3 years as a hairdresser. Like, I went to hairdresser school, I learned how to cut and dye hair and do like all the things, and then I had an internship at a salon for over a year, and then I worked at a couple of salons. And although I really like hairdressing and I still like doing people's hair, it wasn't really my thing, and especially with like my chronic pain, it was really hard to stand in a salon all day. So I stopped doing that. My 2 favorite guilty pleasure movies are Dirty Dancing and Grease, and I am obsessed with Dirty Dancing. I've seen that movie over 30 times, I think, and I still fucking love it, and my boyfriend kind of doesn't like me for that. I'm very often like, oh, let's watch Dirty Dancing, and he's like, oh. So I mostly just watch it by myself. Dirty Dancing is amazing, man. Don't judge me. Number 18. I listen to music almost all the time. Like when I get up in the morning, when I'm working, when I'm on my bike, when I'm on the road, when I'm wherever, I have music playing almost all the time. I'm obsessed with music, and I don't like when it's really quiet, so I like to have some music to sing along to. Number 19. I come from a very musical family. My dad plays lots of instruments, and he sings and he makes music. He's in a band with his friends. Then my brother sings and makes music as well. He makes drum and bass. And then my sister is also a musician, a singer, a songwriter, an MC. So yeah, they all do lots of things with music, and they're fucking awesome, and I wish I could do it, but I can't. Number 20 is the other side of my family, which is really visually creative. So my mother and my grandmother and one of my aunts, they all paint and draw really well, and that's something that I also kind of have, like the visual thing that I take pictures, but I also love to draw and paint and stuff like that. Which brings me to number 21. I used to draw a lot, and I still sometimes do, but not as much anymore, because that's also something that I tried to pursue and it just never really got good enough at it, so that then frustrated me, so then I stopped doing it as much. Typical, huh? But yeah, that's like one half of my family is really musical and the other half is really artsy visually. Number 22, of my favorite places to travel to are Brittany in France and Corfu in Greece. I'm obsessed with those places. I love going there. It makes me so happy, and yeah, I wish I could go there much more often, but you know, travel's expensive. Can't just take vacations every week. I once went to Germany to an abandoned hospital complex called Bailey Telstatten, and I went there with 3 people I barely knew, and we spent an entire weekend shooting in abandoned buildings and doing really cool, creepy stuff, and that's one of my most memorable photo shoots to date. Number 24. I'm kind of scared to travel by myself. Whenever I think of the idea of like traveling alone or going places, I get kind of panicky and think like, oh my god, but what if nobody likes me, and what am I gonna do all by myself, and what if something goes wrong, and I get into panic mode. So I always like to have a travel buddy, so I have someone to fall back on. Cause yeah, I'm not good at traveling. Or I don't know, I've never traveled all by myself, except for once when I had to take the bus from Paris back to home, and it was completely fine. But I don't know. Traveling alone kind of freaks me out. Number 25. I'm a feminist. I'm a feminine feminist, which is a nice way of saying, you know, I'm very ladylike, but that doesn't mean that I do not stand up for other women's rights to not be ladylike. Because there's more than one way to be a woman, and I think it's in this new wave of feminism is really crucial to for women finding their place in society and taking a stand and, you know, being vocal and loud, and I think it's really good. Number 26. My favorite video game is Chrono Trigger. It's an old game. I don't know if you know it. It's a game I've played many times already, and I love getting sucked into that world and experiencing the storyline, and just, I don't know, it's a great game. I am 183 centimeters tall. I'm not sure what that is in like American measurement, whatever. But yeah, I'm quite tall, and my boyfriend is like not as tall, so it's often when I try to wear heels, it's kind of awkward because then I'm like almost 2 meters tall, and it's like, hello, I am the big friendly giant. Yeah, I'm tall. Number 28. I have a boyfriend, his name is Marco, and I've been with him for almost 6 years. It's Still going strong. I've never lived alone, like never. I've either lived with my family or with a boyfriend, but never all by myself. Which is kind of weird. The house I'm currently living in is over 300 years old. And the house I grew up in, it was over 500 years old. So I've lived in really, really old buildings, and I always love the architecture and the vibe that you get from these really old buildings. My favorite flowers are peonies and dahlias, and I don't know what they're called, but like if you have a bouquet of flowers with peonies and dahlias and some green, and then there's little flowers, just little white puffs, and I forgot to look up the name. Whatever. Little white puffy flowers. Okay? Yeah. Number 33. The only parties I still attend are drum and bass parties. Because I have a chronic illness, I tend to avoid partying and festivals and stuff like that because it's really exhausting, and I get really... everything aches and I get really tired, and it's a bit much. Okay, I lost my light there for a second, but it's back. So yeah, the only parties I still attend are usually drum and bass parties, and then I dance my ass off for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I call it a night and I go home. So yeah, I'm not much of a party animal, but I do love a good drum and bass party. I used to be really obsessed with buying shoes and high heels, and I used to wear high heels a lot, so I have a huge collection of shoes and like really crazy shoes and super high heels that I never wear anymore because it just hurts, man, and I don't have fucking time for that. So I usually wear flats, and I have quite a collection of flat shoes as well. But yeah, I have loads of high heels that are absolutely gorgeous that I do not wear. Number 35. I have a slight shopping addiction. Like, I buy so many clothes, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, I hunt sales, and I love finding a steal and like a cool item, unexpected, and I just really love shopping. I like finding new things and styling new outfits and stuff like that, and I don't have the budget for it. I really don't, but still I do it. Number 36. I have my own line of jewelry that I make all by myself by hand. I have an Etsy shop, I'll link it down below so you can check it out. It's something I started doing recently and I quite enjoy it, so I design and create my own jewelry, so check that out. I have really heavy periods, like really heavy, like, yeah, crazy painful, and like I have cramps so bad that I can't fucking move, and just kind of shout at Marco, my boyfriend, like, I'm dying. It's really dramatic. I like to go skinny dipping with friends, especially in the summer when I get drunk. It's like a thing we used to do very often when I lived in Harderwijk. We used to go to the pool at night, climb the fence, and swim in like the outdoor pool with like a group of friends, and we just get naked and swim and have fun. That's something I like to do. Just, you know, skinny dipping. It's fun. Okay, guys, I skipped one, like way back. I skipped one of my facts, and I'm just noticing. I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, my full-time job is photography. I am a photographer. I have my own studio. It's what I do. So yeah, modeling and YouTube and everything, like all the random stuff I do is just for fun. It's not to make money or whatever, because my main thing, the thing that I do for a living is photography, and I have I have my own studio, and it's in a really huge empty office building, and I have like one floor that I use as my studio, which is really cool, like a really big space in an empty office building. 40! I am absolutely in love with Paris, and that sounds like such a stupid cliche white girl thing to say. But yeah, I really love Paris, and I used to go there at least once a year. I haven't been in a while, but I really want to go back there soon because it feels like a second home. It's just a place where I feel really free and really great, and it's just such a lovely city, and I love spending time there. Okay, sorry about that. My memory card was full, so I was away for a minute. Number 41. I tried to learn how to play the guitar, and I really tried. I tried. My dad gave me a guitar and an amplifier and everything, and I tried, but I couldn't do it. I didn't have the patience. I didn't have the perseverance. I gave up. So I can't play any instruments. I'm a wine drinker. I fucking love wine. I drink lots of red wine or dry white wine, and it's my drink of choice. I drink wine and I drink water. Basically, I'm Jesus. No. I'm not Jesus, okay? Number 43. I cannot sit still. I'm always busy. My mind's always going on. It's just, there's always stuff in my head and my body's always moving. I can't just sit on the couch and do nothing. I'm always, I always want to do something. I want to be active. I want to be productive. I want to go outside, go for a walk, or do something, edit pictures, or whatever. It's just, I'm really bad at just doing nothing, taking a break and just chilling. I have social anxiety and general anxiety, kind of yeah, lots of things freak me out. I'm an anxious person, and I'm diagnosed with at least social anxiety, so I'm not really good with new people. It's kind of scary. Yeah, I'm an awkward person. Blame the social anxiety. It's whatever. Number 45. I have a thing for big insects, and I love taxidermy insects. Like these really big insects in a glass case or in a photo frame, things like that. I really love looking at them up close and seeing all the details in the way they are, I was gonna say built, but you know, the body of an insect is a really fucking dope thing, and I'm really fascinated by that. I love to cook. I love cooking. I love thinking of nice meals and cooking for friends and making a meal that everyone can enjoy. I wish I had more time to do it because recently I haven't been cooking many interesting things. Anyway, yeah, I love to cook. Cooking is nice. Number 47. Weird celebrity crush. I am in love with a dead man. I have a kind of an obsession with Vincent van Gogh, the famous painter. I'm currently reading a book about him, and oh my god, this man, his paintings and his writing, he's just, I love him. Vincent van Gogh is amazing. I love him. Don't fight me on this. 48. A city that I would really love to visit is Tokyo. Tokyo seems so amazing, and I really want to go there, but I'm kind of the flight would be so long, and I really don't like long flights, so I'm always kind of I want to go there, but I'm scared to travel there. Yeah, so I hope I can go to Tokyo one day, because that would be amazing. I'm a very emotional person. Music and movies are things that I cry easily, with an emotional song or a scene in a movie or a TV show. I can fucking bawl my eyes out and be like, oh my god. And then my boyfriend is the super sober type dude that's yeah, whatever. And then I'm sitting there crying like a baby, feeling like a total idiot for being so fucking emotional. Yeah, I cry a lot. Sometimes when a song is emotional, I get really into it and I try to sing along, but then the tears start coming, and then I'm and then instead of singing, I'm crying, and it's a whole mess. It's a mess. Number 50, last one, and I didn't know what to say for this one. So I guess, what am I gonna say? Number 50. I used to dance as a kid. I took dancing lessons, and one time I had a performance, and I was really excited for my parents to come and watch me do my dance performance. And then my parents had the time marked, like they had the wrong time in their head, so they arrived when the show was supposed to end, so they missed the whole thing, and I was crying backstage because my parents weren't there. Which is funny now. It wasn't funny at the time. I was really upset because my parents weren't there to watch me dance on stage. Yeah. So, yeah, that was it. That was my whole list. Those were 50 random things about me. I hope you made it through to the end of this video. So you can let me know if there was anything in there that was relatable, something that you're like, oh my god, I feel you, girl. I feel this. I'm like this. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you if there's like weird things that I do or think that, like, you know, you relate to. So yeah, talk to me in the comments. Let me know. Tell me some random facts about you. I'm curious to hear them. And let me know if you have any ideas for like videos I should do next. Any suggestions, any questions, any requests, whatever, just let me know. While you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos. You know, since you're here, since you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!